Learning a second language is important because anybody can be any major, anyone can be an English major, anyone can be a biology major, but taking up a second language puts you over the edge.
Knowing a language and being able to speak another language is very important in this international, when everything is internationalized, globalization.
Well, French, is the international language of diplomacy. It's one of the official languages of the UN. And it certainly gives students a perspective on the world that they would normally get if they were studying only English.
As a personal thing, it helps your mind so much. It makes connections.
There have been some studies that say that people who are bilingual have better analytical skills. They're better at switching between tasks and have more focus, more attention, because they're used to suppressing one language while they're speaking another.
In high school, I feel like, and I always felt like it was nothing but drill. It was, okay, you have to learn this and it goes there, versus in college, like, yeah, you could put it there, but there's room to play.
In college, everyone wants to learn it, so it's just a better atmosphere and a better learning environment.
Don't just learn the grammar and the passé composé or all these things that are so difficult, but you learn the language in the context of the culture.
I try to be really, I don't want to say informal, because there's definitely still, a distance between us, but I try to be very encouraging and motivating.
It's allowed me to see so much more of the French world that high school tells you, or probably ever will tell you.
I always loved French, honestly. I started it when I was in 6th grade, and I thought it was a waste if I didn't continue.
No, initially I didn't want to teach at all. That wasn't my thing. But I actually got a master's degree in French, and it was through a program that was meant for you to use your French in a context outside of academia. But while I was trying to find a job in that area, I needed money. I was able to do part-time work as an adjunct instructor and discovered that I really loved teaching.
When I was going into my 4th year of French, I had the realization that it wasn't just an easy class for me, it was that I really enjoyed the class.
I had an excellent French professor, René Stirlin, who encouraged me, who saw something in my ability with French, and he encouraged me to pursue it. And I've never looked back from there. It was always one of the best decisions I ever made.
I've been able to speak French, I think, once or twice at my job, helping people. Like their parents spoke French, and so their parents were confused, so I was able to kind of jump in a little bit and explain them pricing for something like that to make it a little more clear.
And I've just got to meet a lot of really cool people. Suddenly you'll hear 2 people speaking French and you'll be like, oh, I speak French, and you can introduce yourself to them.
It's gotten to a point where people confuse me for native, which is always cool. That's always something I like.
I went to France in high school and stayed with the host family. And I went to Montreal during my master's program and did an internship there and met people there. And so it really does, it sounds so cliche, but it broadens your horizons.
Language is a lot deeper than what it appears to be on the surface.
It's about making connections just as much as it's about learning a language.
J'espère que pour ceux qui écoutent cette interview, que vous allez peut-être enfin investiguer les opportunités qui existent dans la langue française.